Hey everybody, it's Safi and Marco Dish Out on Movies, the only movie review show on YouTube to review movies in terms of food. And it's just Marco here once again for another episode of Let's Make a Movie. And this one's going to be pretty damn short. I'm just trying to see where I'm at. If you guys don't know, I've had laryngitis for a little over a week now, and I've been getting better and better and better. But it takes like up to 2 weeks basically to, fully get it out. Like it, if and I learned last year the hard way. Like if you push yourself too hard, it just comes back even worse, and it's like and then you're back to square one, and it's just miserable. So unfortunately, I have not been able to really do any filming this month. It's been kind of unfortunate because, last month I wanted to do like a number of things, and I did one thing. I did one shoot, and then this month I wanted to do a number of things, but, nothing has been able to happen. And a big thing that I've been trying to work out is the scheduling and the preparations, because when you have multiple movies and a show and then other things to do, it can be kind of hard to balance things out. And so basically what I came up with is that I just need to go with the flow and just work. And also I've been kind of like trying to prepare more lately, because the last shoot that I did, I was preparing all the way until the very last minute, and I really didn't like it, and I don't know why that was. Like, I don't know, like, I guess just because I have all this other stuff to do, and, this month has really just been, to me, like, the majority of it has been spent watching television episodes to review for YouTube. And so it's been difficult to try to squeeze in other things, and then, of course, door dashing, etc., etc. And so it's just been a pain, but last month I really didn't like that shoot at all. It might be in my top 10, like, worst shoots of all time. There are a lot of things about it, and it just was terrible. I'll just say, too, like, I can't use any of the footage that I shot because for multiple reasons. And so that's another thing. But, I've just been having to keep on adjusting. It was funny because last week I took my first day off for the first time in years. I haven't taken a day off in years, except for going on, I think last year I went on the vacation to Pennsylvania, but even then I was doing things for the channel, like I watched a movie to review, and so I never really took a day off. And so I had to make the realization that, like, I need to take a day off per every week, or else it's just a recipe for burnout, for repeat burnout, because that's what I've been doing, is repeatedly burning out. And obviously everyone has bad days. Like, everyone has like a bad day here and there, where it's like, oh, well, nothing really worked out that day. But it's been happening like more and more in the recent kind of months. And I just think it's because of not really balancing things out very well, and being very, very, like, kind of, I guess, like, rushed, kind of, and just trying to really, like, speed things up. And it doesn't work at all. It's better to be like, the tortoise and the hare, where you slow down, you take your time, and you do a lot of preparation. So I took my first day off last week, and let's just say it was a weird day. I had some bad IBS issues, and the stuff that I ate didn't make it any better. So it was kind of a miserable day. And I said at the end of the day, it's funny because today kind of felt like a sick day. It felt like a sick day. And then what do you know? The next day, Tuesday, this is where I think I got the laryngitis from, which you can tell I still have. Unfortunately, I really hope that it would be fully gone today. But I just got to wait it out. Just keep on waiting and just, go with the flow. But on Tuesday, we went door dashing, and I will admit, I need to take more precautions with door dashing because I don't wash my hands after every delivery. Like, I think I need to, sanitize my hands after I touch every single door handle out in public. Because here's what happened. We had an order from the mall. There were only 2 orders that day. We had an order from the mall. And on the way in, I pressed the button that opens up the doors automatically. But then on the way out, there was this old man veteran who opened the first door for me. And so I felt like I had to return the favor, and I opened the other door for him. And I held the door open for a while. For longer than, 3 seconds. So that's most likely where I got this laryngitis from. Regardless, I got it from door dashing because I don't really ever go anywhere else, just casually. I don't really go bowling anymore, which I am going to start doing once I'm in a flow and I have a day off here and there. But I don't really, go much of anywhere else. And so, that would be pretty much the number one place, or else maybe at the apartment pool or something. I don't know, but it's most likely from door dashing. And so on Wednesday, I started to notice in the evening that I was getting a little fatigued. And I just thought it was allergies, and because it was, the allergies, I do have bad allergies, and that was a contribution to the misery, but I didn't realize, I'm getting sick. And on that day, a couple of things happened. We saw a black cat, and, I love black cats, I don't endorse treating black cats badly because you think they're bad luck. I think black cats are really cool. But we did see one, and then I also watched Freaky Friday 2 that day. So it was kind of it was a weird day. And we also had a really weird order. I don't really want to talk about it, but it was really weird because this woman had these really bad neighbors. And, one of them was sitting outside on his porch shirtless with an AR-15 just sitting on his lap. And then his shirtless friend came out, and they were staring at me while I was delivering an order, dropping off an order. And so it was just really, really freaky and awkward, and it was just a really strange day. And then when I did the Freaky Friday review, I was my voice is, I'm fighting to get this review out. I'm fighting to get this done. And I thought, did I strain my voice? Because I'm so hardcore, and, I did a 2.5 hour or 2 hour Snow White commentary last night that's currently available on Patreon if you sign up for any of the 3 tiers, and the link is in the description. But I didn't know, I was maybe I'll just sleep it off. And then I woke up and I realized, I'm sick. And it has just been day after day of just trying to get through it, just trying to get through it and take steps here and there, like this video. I did learn from this video. I'm still not ready to do a full video, unfortunately. And that's just, but I want to be, cautious. And so this was a good test video, I guess, to make. But it's just been a bitch. It's just been a huge bitch. I've been playing video games and I have been getting work done. I wish I could go out and DoorDash, not just because, to make money, but also because I kind of like delivering people their food. I think that it's a nice thing to do. And, when I'm, famous and I'm in Hollywood, people, have certain opinions of me and they'll be like, well, I don't know. Like, I feel like it's good to connect to people, and, delivering people food is like a way of connecting to them. And that maybe when I'm famous, people will think that I'm in a bubble or something and that I'm not, connected to people anymore. I don't know, but I don't know. I don't know how that'll be. But yeah. So I've also been that was weird. I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. I've also been doing a lot of tarot card readings for myself. Because I just thought it was really, really ironic and really funny that the day after I take a day off, I immediately get sick. And I said that day off, it was my day off to do whatever I wanted. I was going to go to the movies, enjoy myself, and see the new horror movie Weapons. And I decided not to. I thought, I'll just go on Friday or something. And then, look how that turned out. But it was just so ironic that after feeling like that day off was a sick day and not really appreciating it and, taking it for granted. Because I kind of took that day off for granted. I didn't really take full advantage of it that, boom, I get sick. So I've been doing a lot of tarot readings, and it's really, really nice because I have asked, like, every single question in the book. Like, every single question that I could ask. And I still, like, doing these tarot readings, it's been really, really fun. It's really helped, actually. I've gotten a lot of great answers. I've gotten a lot of great work done. And it's just been kind of, it's been really relaxing, and it's been, I would say it's really, it's fun. It's been a fun experience, even though I've been sick, even though doing this video is kind of miserable. It's been fun. The only thing that I haven't enjoyed is YouTube, because it's like every single day I gotta review a fucking TV show episode, and every single day I gotta, it's like I'm obligated to review these fucking TV show episodes. And so I've decided I'm not gonna review Peacemaker. I don't give a flying fuck about it, honestly. I don't like John Cena. I think that he looks like a human monkey. And I don't give a fuck about James Gunn's wife. I don't care about the guy with the beard. I don't care about the other guy, the nerdy looking guy who's like just a bullshitter. I don't care about any of those characters. So I'm not reviewing Peacemaker, and I'm not reviewing South Park, because I feel like, honestly, South Park videos, they're kind of a huge waste of time. They get a lot of engagement, they get a lot of likes and views, but they don't really attract anyone to subscribe. So there's really no point in doing it. And I don't enjoy doing South Park reviews, so I'm not reviewing that. And yeah, so that I've decided that, I'm still reviewing Alien Earth, because that's fun to review, and I'm reviewing Dexter because I love reviewing that show. In fact, You guys should really be thankful that I wasn't able to review last week's episode, because that mophead bitch, wow, I would have had a lot to say. And Harrison? Oh, my name is Harrison, and I'm gonna start dating the mophead bitch. Okay, like, you guys should really be thankful that I can't review tonight's episode either, because I saw the promo. I saw that it's implied that he's gonna be with her, this terrible, awful Gen Z fuck character with that ugly wig that they gave her, that terrible, terrible wig, because they couldn't have him get with the good love interest, the one that friend zoned him for some random reason. So I'm really unhappy with that. But anyways, in terms of updates, I don't have any fucking updates. I'm just getting through this shit like I got through it last year. Safi told me that when she was young, she would get laryngitis all the time too. And so you guys should thank Safi for giving me the laryngitis genes, because it's a big pain in the fucking what, okay? It's a pain in the ass. I couldn't even rant about Wednesday and how shitty that show is. How shitty that show's become. No, okay, I do have an update. Before I end this torture experiment. I have 4 plans. I sat down and I said, I need to strategize. Because I am going to Texas in October. I am going to a science fiction convention in Texas, where I will be meeting a couple of interesting people. And, but I have 4 different plans. And depending on which one happens, which I already pretty much know which one's going to happen, but depending on whichever one happens, I will be working on whichever project, or projects, plural, but all of them will be getting done. Because it's not like I'm not capable of doing them. I'm very, very capable. And that's also what I learned. I think that's why I'm so thankful that I made County Fear. Because with County Fear, it was so funny, guys. Like, that movie's like a 40-minute short film. It's like a TV show episode. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do a little short film. I'm going to do it in a day or 2 days, max. And then it turned into a month. But you know what happened? I got it done. And it was very easy, which means it was pretty damn hard. But it was very easy just because I had the main actress, which is all I needed. And, I needed the actress, even though that experience was kind of a pain in the you-know-what because of other things that happened. I had the ingredients that I needed, and I whipped up a damn good short movie. And so, I learned that when I focus, I get shit done. And so that's been the big issue. I've enjoyed doing YouTube, even though it's been kind of a pain in the you-know-what recently. But I've learned that YouTube and DoorDashing, they've taken away a lot of the focus that I need to have in regards to filmmaking. And, that's what happened. That's what's happened with a lot of people. They give up on their dreams. And the reason isn't because they wanted to give up on their original dreams. The reason is because they didn't focus on their dreams enough. And they let the other things in their lives take over. So, there's a lot of people in their 40s and 50s. And, some YouTubers that I watch, actually. And, they wanted to be something back when they were in their 20s. And it just never happened for them because they wouldn't focus on it. They chose to focus on other things. And those other things became their lives. Because that's what happens. Whatever you focus on becomes your life. If you focus on, becoming a drug dealer, you're going to become a drug dealer. No matter if you wanted to grow up and be like an actor or a rapper, if you start dealing drugs, that's what you're focusing on. And that's what you're putting your energy into. And so I've also cut a lot of people out, which has been a lot of fun. I feel like there's a lot of people who look at me and they feel so much envy that I can get something done. They have so much envy that I can do things. I'm not just going to sit around and say, hey, I wish I could be a movie maker someday. Like, no, I actually do things. I actually get shit done when I focus on it, when I get shit done. And so there's a lot of people who, come at you when you're someone like that, and they want to be like you. But they don't think that any other part of you is good except for the part of that you get stuff done. And so, the actor who had an outburst, for instance, he had this admiration for me because I can get things done. And he hates the fact that he can't get anything done himself, by himself. He couldn't handle doing a simple self-tape by himself. He needed me. And it still sucked. And I'm not using this as a way of bullying him or anything, even though I guess you could say that if you want to, but I'm not trying to. But what I'm saying is, people like him are what you're going to get as soon as you start focusing on what you want to do. You're going to get these people, and they're, they live in a little world of play pretend where they're like, hey, you're really, really good. But, maybe we could do this. Maybe you could do that. And, they're like giant children because they don't have the go-getter energy. They don't have the ability to get anything done. And so, unfortunately, I was supposed to go to another state to make a movie. And I'm probably not going to do that because the person who wanted me to do it, they're very, very unreliable. And they hardly ever get in touch with me or communicate with me. And, so it just kind of feels like play pretend. It feels like, we're all a bunch of children. And like, maybe we could meet up and we could play Batman and Superman figure together. Could we do that? Could we meet up and play with the action figure? So I've also cut out a lot of people. Because all that those people do is suck away your energy like vampires. And when you're, trying to become a filmmaker, which is like fighting a battle that doesn't actually exist with enemies who don't exist, you have to have all the energy that you need for that battle. So yeah, those are the things that have happened this month, and I'm probably going to I already regret doing this video because I'm still miserable. So anyways, please like this video and comment. I know this video is a little mean-spirited, but you know what? When I'm sick, when I'm like this, I just don't give a fuck. And then also please subscribe to our channel if you'd like to see more honest videos like this. And yeah, I'm just gonna, get shit done now. So goodbye, everybody. See you soon.